Hey, Natalie, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Great. I'm very happy to be able to have this chat today. We don't know each other personally, but doing these interviews allow me to meet so many facilitators all over the world, and it's just such a treat to talk with you guys. So let's start by sharing with our audience where you are, your name.
Yeah, first, Martha, I wanted to say thank you so much for doing this wonderful job, because it's so brilliant that you can connect PSYCH-K facilitators around the globe and create this opportunity for us really to share our personal stories. So I really appreciate that. So yeah, my name is Natalia Gozdanker, and I am a scientist, an immunologist, a holistic nutritionist, bioenergetic practitioner, and PSYCH-K facilitator. I own a health coaching company called Health Within, where I assist individuals with restoring their body's ability to heal itself. And I implement different methodologies, including energy medicine, energy psychology, such as PSYCH-K, and nutritional biochemistry, traditional Chinese medicine, kinesiology, and other techniques that I acquired during my training.
Okay, very impressive.
Thank you.
The intention of these interviews, Natalie, and those of you watching us today, is to inspire those who are ready or curious about PSYCH-K, even those who don't even know that they're ready, with your story. So we want to share with the world, where were you? You know, that story, that trigger story that somehow, somewhere within you, you put out this request, I call it, to life, to say there's got to be something else out there. And then in my belief, PSYCH-K listens to those requests and says, okay, there's somebody else who wants PSYCH-K, and the PSYCH-K comes and finds us.
And
So
that's precisely what happened.
Exactly, yes. So let's talk about that. Where were you? What happened when you integrated PSYCH-K, and where are you now?
Right. So my journey with PSYCH-K started when I was living in London. And I was consulting as a nutritionist in the psychological clinic at that time. So it was a multidisciplinary clinic where we approached clients from different aspects of conventional and complementary medicine. So we had a psychologist, psychiatrist on board. It was a yoga instructor. It was a lot of practitioners doing different things. Myself, I was offering nutritional coaching services there. And then once a week, we had staff meetings. And during these staff meetings, we discussed the progress of the clients. And I will not exaggerate if I would say that it was almost like an aha moment for me. With my early training in human biology and immunology later, I was very straightforward in understanding body and completely omitting the mind. I also grew up in a family of doctors and musicians, doctors in particular, who, we did not talk about that during the dinner table. So it was something completely foreign for me. Now I always give an analogy because that's how I remember it. I was putting body in one room and mind in a completely different room. But during this setting in this clinic, I was exposed to it. I was naturally exposed to it, and I learned about mind and body and connection. And that's what brought me to the field of bioenergetics and energy medicine. That's how I started. And then I was absolutely fascinated to see all those instantaneous communications between body and mind. And I thought, oh my God, how could I not see it before? And although those sort of connections, metaphysics, that different parts of the body react to different parts of the thought pattern, so to say, I couldn't answer the very simple question to myself, like, why is it so complicated to change a habit? or a lifestyle. And especially with the nature of the job that I was doing, because it was pure like nutritional therapy and it's changing a lifestyle. Why is it so complicated? I'm giving you the protocol. Just follow it. You will be fine if you trust, of course, my expertise and my experience.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was noticing that people will improve and then will get back, if not to where they started, but very close to that level. And that's how I started. And that's how I continued my research and, okay, what can I do? What can I do to sort of help people to really, stay with the protocols and improve to the level that they wanted to improve. And it wasn't until I came across the famous book that many facilitators talk about, The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton. Martha, I think I swallowed this book maybe in a few days. First of all, the connection between science and mind, that's what talked to me personally. I understood this language. I knew that I was looking, for it. And of course, the reference of what to do, because that's the piece I was looking for. It was incredible. It was another aha moment that I remember literally. I was having lunch and I thought to myself, oh my God, you're so silly. You were taken to the wrong part of the brain all this time, wrong part of the mind, because I was the one who was doing affirmations. I was teaching it as well, and meditation, and of course, repeating affirmations 21 days, 28 days, all those, protocols that we have. But it was not the right person inside me that I was talking to. And I think I was ready personally for this gift, to receive this gift of PSYCH-K at that time, because that was the professional journey. But in my personal life, oh my God, if I go back, I don't know what I haven't changed with PSYCH-K. And I am work in progress, of course, but what happened in my life, I happened to live in different places around the world. So I was born in Asian part of Russia, and at the age of 17, I moved to Israel, where I spent 10 years. Then I lived in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. Then I was relocated to London for 18 years, and now back to the States, different parts of the States. But so despite all these changing places of home and being exposed, to different cultures, learning new languages, changing jobs and even careers, it happened to me to change careers a few times during my life. I just noticed a very persistent pattern. And this pattern, like in myself, and I understood it only after I took PSYCH-K, is that I was looking for answers at the wrong places. And the pattern was the pattern of dissatisfaction. And it was so dominant with many areas of my life, not just one. But it was the same pattern that was repeating itself, despite the country, despite the language, people, I lost friendships, I rebuilt new friendships, but still it was very dominant. And when I was thinking about our talk today, I thought to myself, I have so many examples to sort of explain the pattern. And then it came to my mind something that really was important for me at that time. When my kids were little, I found it very challenging to go back to work. And I associated this problem of challenge, right, to go back to work with being a victim of the environment. I live in a foreign country. My parents are not with me. They cannot help me. So it is what it is. Nothing, you can do about that. And just continue the way you continue. Time will show. And I was very unhappy with that. I could not realize myself. I obviously put it on other members of the family. I was not okay with that. And I was doing those affirmations, thinking positively and doing all those things. And then today, when I was thinking about our interview, I just realized, again, you see, it's like work in progress, that the belief pattern or the pattern of thought that I was having completely contradicted the solution that I was trying to achieve. So I was thinking, you know what? I cannot hire an external help, a nanny, because that was obviously was discussed in the family. And I always resisted, and I could not understand why. Why am I resisting to that so much? And now I get it. I did not grow up with nannies, so it was not something that I could accept, right? And then
not allowed.
And allow, exactly. It was a lot of fear. Is it safe? It's a foreign country. It's not safe. I will not be good at work and then at home at the same time. All those beliefs, and like maybe found 10 today in regards to that matter, that if I knew Psyche at that time, oh my God, it would be a completely different story. But it's simple, but that's the reality, the pattern of thought, which is not in alignment with what we want. And that's what Psyche taught me. And most importantly is it's completely transformed my life at how I look at life. It's a lot of things that I still want and will be willing to change. But the way I approach life, starting from waking up in the morning and thinking more positively, to relationships, health, friendships, whatever, you name it. And it's also changed a lot the way I approach health, my own health and the health of my clients. And nothing makes me, happier than seeing those milestones of transformations that people go through when they just decide to explore the pattern of thought, and then take a chance or a leap of faith to make a change about it. And there are so many examples that I can give, but I think something that will resonate with everyone probably is and especially it resonates with my practice, is, you see the consultant, medical professional, and the person says you need to go and see the nutritionist, or let's say dietitian, because you need to lose weight. And the person gives you a call, makes an appointment, and then starts working towards the protocol, but then doesn't succeed. So it's a few sessions and the person drops. But if the person knew or tried to explore the pattern of what is behind, him or her willing to make this change, they will very clearly see that all those excuses that people usually come up, that's what I'm witnessing in my place. Oh, it takes too long. Diets don't work. It's too complicated. I don't have enough money. I don't know. It didn't work for the friend of mine. Why it was? I am, my weight is something I inherited. My mom was overweight. Right. My father is overweight. All those excuses that come over again. And then they ask, okay, how long will it take? Tell me, how long will it take? And I'm trying to explain to people that it's not that Psyche one day you wake up in the morning and you're 10 pounds. Lighter. I wish, but it's not something that we can do. But what Psyche can do is to align those wishes of, yes, I want to lose weight, with those beliefs that actually limit us. So it's almost like updating the beliefs, updating the software, saying, okay, will this program now support me, or will it go against of me? And that's what creates magic, not Psyche in itself, but this understanding of how it's all possible. And of course, the blessing of having this tool, because I just wish that I had it early in my life. Yes.
Yeah. And we both know that it came exactly at the right moment.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you for sharing all that. That's amazing. And for those of you listening to us today, if whatever Natalie has said today kind of resonated in there, saying, maybe I need something like that, you can contact her for in-person sessions, for virtual sessions that can be done by video, audio, and you do sessions in English. in Russian and in Hebrew, which is amazing. Also very cool. So you guys, if this is something that sounds interesting to you, just contact her. Her information is down here. And looking forward for more of us feeling better about life. It's like somebody said in another interview, there's no time to stay suffering unnecessarily. PSYCH-K is the antidote for that. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Natalie, for your time today.
Thank you very much, Martha, and thank you for doing that.
Okay, see you soon.
Thank you.